Hi guys, Teresa again. I'm back. I'm here today because I'm gonna make a vegetarian lasagna. Um, and I have my ingredients here, and I'm gonna show you what my ingredients are, and then we're gonna go to the oven and just heat up our vegetarian meat. First of all, we have this is Morningstar grillers. This is the crumblers that you can buy at almost any store now. So I'm going to use a whole packet of this. Spaghetti sauce, the Ragu super chunky mushroom spaghetti sauce for it. And then I'm going to use the oven ready lasagna. This is Walmart brand lasagna pasta or noodles. And then I'm also going to use a zucchini. I sliced my zucchini up in slices, and I'm going to put this on top of my noodles, and I'll show you how that goes. Then I'm going to use sour cream and cottage cheese. What I did is I mixed a half a cup of sour cream and a half a cup of cottage cheese, and I'll blend that up good, and I'll put that in my lasagna also. And then I'm going to use my cheese, my shredded cheese. This is sharp cheddar cheese, and of course mozzarella cheese. And of course you're going to need a pan. I'm just going to do a small pan today. We love lasagna, but I always seem to make so much and end up having to throw half of it away. So I'm just going to make a small pan, and it's 4 of us in the house, and usually it's more than enough for the 4 of us. Alright. Crumbles. It's not meat, so really you don't have to cook it, but I use this to kind of warm it up, and then let it simmer while I'm getting my other stuff prepared to go ahead and finish cooking those. Alright, so here we go. Alright, let me go ahead and grease my pan a little bit. This is with coconut oil. Some good healthy fat. And this is the coconut oil I use, the organic coconut oil. And I buy it by the big tub, 54 ounces, because I use a lot of coconut oil now. And then I'll heat my pan up. And then I'm going to go ahead and throw my crumbles in it. Alright, so the crumbles, they look just like ground beef. Once again, the family, I think they done caught on that, you know, I'm not cooking a lot of meat now. You know, I don't eat beef, pork, or poultry, so they know when I cook something and it has meat in it and I'm eating it, that it really doesn't have meat in it. So anyway, I'm just going to use this to warm this up. Cook it to warm it up, and then I'm going to add my Ragu spaghetti sauce. I add a little water to this. Get all the salt out of it, all the sauce out of it. So go ahead and just heat this up. And this is also how I make my spaghetti sauce too. So heat it up, and I'm gonna go ahead and add just a little bit of seasoning to it. My dehydrated onions, a couple of handfuls of those, Italian seasonings, and a half a teaspoon of that. And parsley flakes. Half a teaspoon of that also. Some salt. It starts bubbling, you can turn it down. And I also add just a little bit of sugar. And this is stevia. You don't need but a little bit. It kind of just brings out the flavor. And just blend it all together. And this looks like meat sauce. Alright. So, I'm just going to let this simmer a little bit. So like I said, I add a half a cup of my sour cream and a half a cup of my cottage cheese, and I go ahead and blend that together. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my seasoning to this also. And about a teaspoon of my parsley flakes. And then a teaspoon of my Italian seasoning. Half a teaspoon of salt. And then you blend it up. If you can see it, this is what it looks like. Okay guys, so now I'm going to go ahead and spray my lasagna pan, and I'm spraying it with some coconut oil just so that when it's time to lift everything out, it'll come out nice and easy. So, like I said, I have the oven ready lasagna, so you don't have to cook these. And what I love about these is when you buy a box of them, you don't know how much lasagna you're going to make, so you end up cooking the whole box and you don't use it all. So I did have to cut them down a little bit, so quarter of an inch down, about an inch down. So anyway, what I'll do is my meat sauce, my no meat sauce is finished cooking. It has been simmering for about 30 minutes, and it smells really, really good. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and add the meat sauce to my pan. I'll add this to the bottom of my pan. And just coat the bottom of it. And there it is. And then I'll go ahead and add my noodles. Slide this out a little so you can see it. I'll go ahead and add my noodles. Just 2 of those to the pan. Then I'll add my cottage cheese and my sour cream. And then I'm going to go ahead and add my zucchini rounds to it. So I'll get a couple of those and just line them up. Right, see how I got that lined up? You see my zucchini rounds again. And then I'm going to add my meat sauce again. Now I'm going to add my cheese. My cheddar cheese. And my mozzarella cheese to it all. Press it down. Then I'll add 2 more noodles, lasagna noodles. Press it down. And I'll add the rest of my cream, my cottage cheese and sour cream. Zucchini rounds again. It looks like this pan is going to be overflowing. Mozzarella. This pan is really full, so I'm going to have to put this on top of another pan, so when it cooks over, it won't spill all in my oven. And mozzarella. Rest of my mozzarella. Okay, and then you'll put it in an oven, a preheated oven. Preheat your oven when you first start to usually about 350, and you put it in. Okay, so I went ahead and covered my lasagna. I'll keep it covered for about 45 minutes, and then maybe the last 15-20 minutes I'll uncover it, stick it back in the oven, and let it finish cooking. Okay guys, this is what my lasagna looks like right out of the oven. I'm sure you can imagine what my my bottom pan looks like, because it did spill all over the place, but I have it soaking. I have to let it cool down. Usually I let it cool down for about maybe even 30 minutes before I cut into it, just so it can be a little bit harder, but I mean it'll still be warm. But that's what my lasagna looks like, my vegetarian lasagna, and we can't wait to dig in. Thanks for watching, guys. Okay guys, it's been 30 minutes and my lasagna is done and ready to eat. I have a small portion of my lasagna, and I had some leftover zucchini, and I was already going to make some broccoli with it, some steamed broccoli. I just went ahead and put both of them in the pan since it was left over. But anyway, Let's go ahead and try this lasagna. This is so good. Taste the zucchini in it. The pasta cooked all the way through. Everything is just absolutely delicious. The family will love this guy. So, if you like this video, please press like and subscribe and comment on my video. And have a good night.